what you're looking at here is the base for the waterfall. Now, we live in Michigan where we have to deal with freeze thaw, and I always overbuild this type of stuff just because the last thing I want it to happen is to have the frost push something out of the ground and break up a waterfall. So right here, this literally is solid footing down to the base of the pool wall. So what we're looking at in this particular case is below my knees, 42 inches down is solid concrete all the way back, and then built up from there. We're probably looking at 10 yards of concrete in here now before we even got started building the actual waterfall. What we do have is a whole array of steel tied up through here that was just, as we poured it and shot it in, we just pounded some steel in there so that now we can start bending it and creating the shape that we're looking for, and we have some integral strength in there. And what will happen is we'll create the shape, and then we'll start mixing concrete and start shaping it, so this will be virtually solid all the way through. The homeowner had seen a video where I had done a backflip off of a grotto, and they said, "Ooh, we want one of those. We don't want a grotto, but we want one of those where you can jump off of the waterfall." So in this particular case, the front of the waterfall, traditionally you kind of start high in the back and go down, and then you have a normal height drop in the front. But they want something to jump off of. So we need to literally build the front of the waterfall up high enough so it gives them a little elevation to jump off of to jump into the pool. So this will be a little different than a normal. With a grotto, it's easy because then you're building a cave and it's vertical. But with a normal waterfall, it steps back and goes up. We're going to have to stay high and then one big drop going over into the pool, which means, number one, a lot of water, because the last thing we want to do is have this really large form and have a little water trickling over it. So part of the illusion to make it look right is we've got to push a lot of water over it. So that will be a key for this, is we've got to get massive amounts of water. Otherwise, if we have just a little stream of water, it's going to look like a rock wall and it's not going to make any sense at all. But if we make sure we get a lot of water flowing over it, it distracts your eye from seeing all of that rock, and then you see the whole instead of just those individual little pieces. So a key, when you have a lot of elevation drop into the pool, you got to have a lot of water for it to make sense.